Hopefully we don't have the problems we had last week. So, just going to give this a moment for it to catch up and hopefully someone to show up. Hi there. Alright, so at least someone's here. That's good. Welcome to the 23rd Alphabet stream. It looks like today we're starting with Confusing Puzzles Building by Shendi. Beethro walked across the high path, carrying a package to be sent to the kingdom of Minaria. However, he found a big surprise on his way. Is Beethro even surprised anymore when he finds a surprise? Question for the ages. The high path, which Beethro was walking on, is a complex system of roads linking between many places. The high path, when it was first built, wasn't as complicated as now, and at that time was only to link from the rooted hold to the rooted empire. So why isn't it rooted? Why is it high? Alright, the empire told me to go to the kingdom of Minaria to deliver this thing. They sent me because nobody else wanted to do the job, and so they forced me. Are they at least paying you well? And yes, it's Greven far away from the empire. Aren't they your mortal enemies at this point in canon? I'm confused. I mean, this is roughly... Yeah, I know. This is roughly placed in Gunthrow time, which places it between TCB and TSS as far as known canon when it was created. Oh well, whatever. Hold credits. Calamarain for his idea generator. This credit no longer applies since the room in which I used it has been changed. Removing this concept, why did you leave a scroll? Thanks to these for advice and suggestions, MX Vladi and Boy Blue. Oh, and I really can't thank enough MX Vladi for pointing out the US in one of my rooms and allowing me to use the room he made for the post-mastery room, which is basically a modification of the original room and also the fix. Thanks to Venheim for his demonstration of speed areas. This demonstration can be seen in the architecture board. Okay. And that's all there is to that. Next. Looks like we have to go north. What does the sign say? Does the sign say anything? Oh, it does. To the kingdom of Minaria. To Twano. To the rooted empire. Oh, so apparently Minaria is just north of Twano. Good to know. Okay. Why is there a puzzle here? I don't know. Why is there a puzzle anywhere? There's always a puzzle. I don't know why you're even surprised anymore. I didn't realize that that would happen when I pushed east there. When is there ever not a puzzle somewhere in Beethro's world? That's what I want to know. Hello. We're fighting roaches already. We're going north of Twano, apparently. Not quite. Something more like this. No. This is... I already forgot. This is Confusing Puzzles Building. That's what it is. Continuing the theme of confusion from last week, I guess. Am I just really badly positioned from here? I don't see a way to survive from that point, so I have to go back a little farther. Come on. I don't know, this is less a puzzle and more... I mean, like, wouldn't Beethro just see this as, oh, there are monsters in my way? Or, like, maybe he would be inclined to describe this as a trap, because it's full of monsters. It's basically kind of a weird horde room, after all, more than it is a puzzle. I mean, I guess, sure, there's a green door, so you might conclude that it's, Did I need one of those guys? No. That will kill the snake. What was I saying? Oh, you might conclude thanks to the green door that it was architected by someone, but it's still... I don't know. Okay, what is this? I have to go through this building? Welcome to the Confusing Puzzles Building. This building is the property of the DAA. The building. This building is used as a puzzle showcase and storage. Well, that one way only. Okay. Main route to Mineria is blocked. Please pass through the building nearby for an alternative route. I'm sure it's been blocked ever since it was built. Anyway, there's the DA office. Great, now I'll never reach my destination. As soon as Beethro stepped into the area, Beethro said, "Great, I'm stuck here." This was just the beginning. No, that is beginning of Beethro's adventure in the confusing puzzles building. Okay, excuse plot over. What? But the DA office is closed, so what should I do now? You must ask for a permit to go further into this building from the DA office, or to access the other exit, which is the path to go to Mineria and Lost Landing. Warning, all unauthorized personnel will be prosecuted under Clause 194 of the DAA Act. Okay, it's really kind of a mischaracterization of Beethro to say that he wouldn't just say, screw it, let's go through here anyway, especially because screw the Empire. I mean, I don't think there's any point in Drod canon where Beethro would be willing to actually just completely and totally put up with the Empire's nonsense. And wouldn't just, you know, say, whatever, let me just go do the thing I'm trying to do. Screw that. He basically puts up with the Empire's nonsense in TCB because he has to. Only when he has no choice, basically. I think I can get the queen where I need her to be just by doing this. Or some close approximation thereof. And then all the roaches will die. Very easily. I mean, has there ever been a point in Drod canon where Beethro has just willingly put up with the Empire's nonsense? I don't think so. I think it's pretty much always a matter of, I don't know what this room is about, I'm just going to push a button. Okay. It just seems to me like it's always, oh, I guess I have to deal with this now, and not, I'm willing to deal with this. So is that bad? Is that good? Did I want that to happen? I guess I wanted that to happen. I guess what I don't want is for these to get completely grown all the way across and cut each other off. But that seems unlikely, even with a massive delay from going to push those two buttons. I'm already one mother down. 2 down. I guess this room is just a matter of having a decent strategy to work with. Like, I don't have to kill all the tar stuff, so I can just ignore that blob. And finish. Alright. Let's to the south. Okay, today we have, welcome to the day of trying to double stab with a mimic. I don't think that's the right way to do that. I don't know what is the right way to do that, but that's not it. Yeah, okay, I think that the tar is probably the only one I can just start off with, but I can easily kill the tar stuff if I just set it up right from the beginning, and then don't kill my mimic like an idiot, or myself like an idiot. There we go, that's better. Now I guess I need to change his facing relative to me. I want to be facing this way when he's facing that way. Then maybe something like this. He needs to be one more tile east, or something like that. Maybe south? I need him in some particular position, like that. There we go. Okay, next. I want to be facing north and him west, I think. So it would be helpful if he was a little more to the east. I need to arrange it so when I move one more north, he will be right there. I think I can still make this work with the same configuration, just about. Yeah, the same configuration, like so. I don't think there's enough of this kind of puzzle around, really. I mean, I don't really see something that's just a straightforward this. Just work out which ways you need to face and place yourselves. Yourself and someone else, like a mimic or a time clone or something, to kill some tar stuff without really anything like a horde or whatever in your way. Maybe I'm mistaken and I just haven't seen the tons of holds that do this kind of puzzle, but I don't think I see very many that are just this kind of pure double stab cutting puzzle. Okay, I need him to be there when I'm there. So I guess I want to be like this. Yeah, that'll do it. And then I'm not sure exactly what my goal is for this one. I guess I would like him to be facing the same way as me. And like that, except he should be more to the north. Or like that, perhaps. Oops. And then I can do the same thing here and produce something that's one cuttable. And then I don't need him anymore. Sorry, Mimic. Alright, that was fun. Not too hard. Trapdoors. Also, Mimic that doesn't want to be pushing certain buttons, I guess. Yeah, that's not good. That doesn't help. Okay, the fact that there's not one on the west side means I need to start out going that way, I think. That's what it seems like. Not sure how to catch that trapdoor without just hitting the button. Maybe that. With a small modification to deal with that extra door I missed. There we go. Not bad. None of this is confusing. It's not even as confusing as the Hold of Confusion we played last week, I don't think. So I push this, and the builder, I don't know, he does something anyway. But I guess I don't want that. So what is it that I do want? Probably he has to hit the third one. This is a good example of how, even with an element that's inherently unpredictable, you can still produce a puzzle that's complete where their behavior is restricted in a way that makes it completely predictable. Does that make any sense? Because after all, the builder only has one goal, and it's easy to understand what that goal is here. The builder wants to go to a relay station, and he'll go to the nearest one. So if you make sure the nearest one available is the one way off on the east, then he'll go there. Along with some awkward pauses, apparently, but he'll go there. And die. Because I guess he can't be allowed to live. Alright. I mean, yeah, that was a simple puzzle of its sort, but, I mean, you could make a less simple puzzle where the manipulating of the monsters is tougher or something, but still based on the same idea. Anyway, I'm referring to some kind of discussion I had with someone in chat at some point, but I don't know if anyone who was there for that discussion is actually here now. I don't know. What do we want here? We need... I think I just need the roach to be to my east. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Well, that was easy. I did not have to try with that one. May have been tougher with a rock golem or something. Oh, maybe I'll find out what it's tougher with. No, this room is about hitting the dudes with an Onplich. Lovely. So what do I want here? I guess I want him to push the orb. That's all I care about, so... Okay, I need to head this way. This is pretty standard Onplich stuff, which maybe everything I've seen here has been standard to someone else, but I don't know. Probably I'm just gonna finish this level, and if it's not the whole, if this level isn't the whole hold, I'll just move on anyway to the next hold, because this level doesn't seem to be all that hard overall. Oh, okay, I didn't want him to hit that? Is that what the deal is? Or, well, no, I can't not let him hit that, so I guess we're doing some kind of ring around the rosy thing. Alright, still not that hard. As long as you can always get the Onplich to chase you, you can always make him zap whatever guy you want him to do. Yeah, do the dance. Not that time. Okay. Yeah, I could check if you want. Oh, come on. I'm just not paying much attention, that's all. Oh wait, he'll just do it on his own, so I don't have to worry about it. Never mind. Okay, and now this guy. Oop. There we go. Just needed to do that. Then I can move away from him, and he'll just hit the dude by himself. And we can return to facing east again. Come on. Do your job. One down. I mean, there's not really anything fundamentally to this that's any harder than if it was just one guy. It just makes the room kind of longer. I mean, I think there's probably ways you could vary this idea that actually make the room tougher to solve, but I don't think this is really one of them. If you already understand pretty well how to manipulate an Onplich, and you're paying enough attention to apply that knowledge, which I wasn't for a moment there, then this is really not that tough. It's interesting, this is a completely unrelated secret room. The kind of secret room you just put in and it's not related to any of the rooms adjacent to it. As opposed to, this is a harder version of a room you've seen secret rooms. Okay, is that all of them? Am I missing something? It seems like I've done what should be all the required rooms, but I don't remember seeing a level exit thing. Okay, I guess I did. Let's see. One west, twice west. One secret found. Briar Growth Area. Briars are always fascinating. They try to occupy a room, eliminating just about everything else. 29th botanist in his famous book, A Guide to the Artificially Engineered Plants in the Empire. I thought Briar was like a wild force separate from... Okay, I'm guessing I can't go that way because Briar... Anyway. I thought Briar was like some force, like a force of nature separate from the Empire that was consuming it, and that was a bad thing. I was under the impression that's what's going on in TCB. I could be wrong. I mean, maybe it's something they created, but it got out of hand. Because you clearly see at a certain point that Briar is a bad thing for the Empire, like it's consuming part of the library or something. It's totally out of control. It's like the Like in the same way that mud and tar in this game are the equivalent of, like, mud, I guess, but they're so much more deadly. In the same way, Briar is like the equivalent of weeds in this world, but it's also horribly deadly. What is my goal in this room? What do I want? Just to kill these guys? Knowing that they're immune to Briar? That's my best guess, is just kill them all. I don't know why there's a wall of decoys down at the bottom. I guess I need the Briar to come to them to move south? This is just kind of an odd room overall. Alright, well, I'll be back, because waiting around well hasted in this state is boring. Alright, I just need to go here. Oh wait, if the Briar destroys those guys, then I can't get to... okay, yeah. So I guess that's just a one-way passage in a weird way. Couldn't just put in force arrows, had to use decoys for some reason. Okay, here is a kill some dudes quickly while Briar's after you. Probably. Alright, one down. Good plan. Now what about you? What's your deal? You don't want to go the right way. Okay, so I needed to hold on to a guy, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. What did I need to do here? Do I even need to do anything? Oh yeah, that's what the hot tile's for. Alright, so I guess I need to carry a golem with me into the next section. I'm not totally sure in what position I should kill the golem to avoid the problem I'm having. Okay, yeah, that's probably it. Alright, that wasn't bad. Oh, look, it's a room where you're probably not supposed to step on the Conquer token for some reason. Yeah, Conquer tokens as anti-Beathro steps. As Beathro shouldn't step here. Interesting concept. Did I need to hit that button? Oh, I already did. Never mind. It's snakes. Snakes of both varieties that can be stabbed. That Briar timer is probably going to get me and close off my way. Whatever it is it does. Yeah. Because I'm probably not being fast enough this round. I've just sort of been haphazardly going at it. Well, I'm sure not going to be fast enough if I let that guy get trapped. Oh, nope, we're done. Well, that timer was very generous. I didn't really even try all that hard to be efficient, but it still got through. That was kind of a... I would say the Briar was sort of secondary to that room. When you step on the next tile, the Northern Mimic will be killed. Why, though? What? Why? Okay. Well, that's a little weird. You could probably have done that without scripting. Oh, I see. You do have to face north. Let's see, what do I want here? That... I guess I need to hit this myself? No, there's no time to hit that myself. Why bother, though? Briar will just do it for me. Probably? No, I need time to hit that myself. Okay, well the Briar timer is a bit more meaningful in this room. Because it's chasing you, for one thing, is why it's meaningful, but... come on. Alright, let's try and be a little better. I would guess the most efficient way to handle this would be to not let any roaches spawn, but I'm not sure how to do that. I'm doing even worse than before. Oh hey, wait. No, that doesn't help. Okay. I guess if I break more walls, then there'll be more room for the briar to grow in. Yeah, I could also just leave some of this for the briar to take care of for me. The problem is that I can't face west, which is kind of annoying. Right, well I could do this. Kill, then just open... Alright, let's do it this way. Open that, kill these three, and then leave it the rest of like that. Okay, that's how you should do that. There we go. That did that. Alright, I've beaten 2 levels. This is overall not too hard, but it's fun and there are some good ideas here, I feel like. So I'm just gonna leave it here, move on to another hold. Okay, next is Conquest of Paradise. Is it related to Chance for Paradise or just completely different? It's by Geiler Hingst. Beathro's totally pointless journey to the end of the world. Okay. Journey to Rooted Hold based. Start of a voyage. Beathro left home to see the big wide world. Now he finds himself again in an icy desert and has no idea what he is doing here. An icy desert. You want to enter the ship. What? Stop that. You want to enter the ship? Funny you look like a coward. That's probably because I am a coward. Okay. Oh yay, whatever. Just finish this hole and we'll see what we can do with you. Wait, what? What did he just say? He said... Just finish this hold and we will see what we can do with you. Okay. For some reason I thought he said we'll see what we can do with you. Anyway, I think that was supposed to look like a 1 there, but it really didn't. Especially not on the map. Catch me if you can. Interesting situations. Many snakes, but no trap. Tricky. Do I need to... Shut up and die. Well, that was easy. There's no tunnel. There's no way to bring the snake in thanks to the tunnel, so probably I'm supposed to use invisibility for something. How do I even get in there? Oh, okay. I needed to go south. That's why. I mean, there is a trap. It's called the rattlesnake. And also all the other snakes. If I just screw around here long enough, then the snakes will tangle each other up and kill each other quite a bit. And I won't have any real work to do. The Lazy Delver. The Lazy Delver's Guide to Handling a Barrel of Snakes. Let's see now. I need you facing some way where I won't have to think about it too hard. And then push this guy in there, and that won't work. Nope. I need you over here somewhere. I guess I could just wall off the arrowed area with this guy. That's probably a little better idea. If I could work out how to go about it, would be a great idea. Like that. And then just push the snake in there. So, someone could make a set of rooms that are hard to do efficiently, but that you can win by waiting around long enough. Not ridiculously like Age of the Universe times of waiting, but like wait times that are obviously not the efficient way to solve them, and call it like the rooms of the, and call it like Lazy Delver's Paradise or something, and have like a challenge for clearing each one in the hard way. I don't know, something like that. I just need him to go east. Is east one of the directions snakes hate to go? Seems possible with how much trouble I was having. Alright. Now I just need to stab this guy sometimes. There we go. Well, we're not encountering yet the ridiculous tons of monsters, no idea what I'm doing ethos of early Journey to Rooted Hold kind of design, but we are seeing some kind of awkward rooms where there's like a lot of stuff, but not all of it really contributes to the main puzzle in any way. I don't think I wanted to go north yet. And probably something happens if you don't let... I don't know. There's no way to be any faster, so probably the tar stuff is just a distraction. There we go. And then I wait around for this to explode everything, I guess. Daddy, are you still here? Alright then. Dark humor. Hey, I died. Hold on. Sorry, I guess.
Ow, that hurts. Hey, I died.
I love that they left the, don't kill the child hard code in there. Shut up and die? What the heck? Someone forgot to make sure the goblin doesn't reappear if you re-enter the room, and made absolutely certain the player would have to re-enter the room for fairly obvious reasons. Wait, what? What's he saying? Okay, maybe I have to step into the arena for him to say it. What? I just want to read what he's saying. I can't see it if I'm... Oh, okay. Down in the bottom left. Ice for sale. Why do they always think I care? I can go and get my own ice if I would like to. I guess they want to tell me something by this strange formation. Who are they? And what is he wondering if they care about? I don't understand. I'm just gonna kill the rattlesnake and hope for the best. I probably shouldn't have headed in yet. You'd want to be facing east, probably. Wait, I want it to be as close to the tail as possible, not way the heck away from it. Or did I? Yeah, something like this, perhaps? And the snake's just gonna get out, so what's the point? Huh. I really don't know what this room is trying to do, or be. Sure does have a lot of things in it, though. Gah, this is just tedious if it's what it looks like. And so far it is what it looks like. Because they're just gonna grow back while I'm busy cutting the old ones. Or I don't know, I guess you can be swift enough at destroying it that not much grows back, but then this is just really strange and tedious, and I don't get it. Well. Strange and tedious and I don't get it feels like a staple of this era of hold design sometimes. In some cases, not all of them. Eventually I'll kill the Mud Mothers, Tar Mothers. Mud Mothers don't exist yet, or they do exist, but Tar Mothers are more established. Anyway, eventually I'll kill the Mothers. And then I'll move on to killing the snake over there, I guess. I don't know, maybe I should leave the last mother alive so I have something to kill the snake with. I forgot to push the button. So, what's up with all this nonsense then? I guess we'd like to have the roach kill the snakes. Kill that snake. Who cares? And then he can kill that snake, so no, the mother's... The tar doesn't interact with those snake loops whatsoever. There's a roach here for some reason. Hooray. That opens a thing and closes another thing. That toggles things. So probably, in this case, we'd like to toggle that. Or actually, no, there's no point to messing with that. What else does this affect? This hits that. Whatever, I'll just exit east and then come back to go west. Anyway, 40th place. And the scripting repeats every time. Because of course it does. Wait, this guy said something the other guy said last time. What the heck? Oh well. Wait, why am I going... Anyway, let's see what's to the west. Here, there's a bunch of roaches, and there's a fuse that's gonna do something, I guess. Do I care what the fuse is doing at all? I don't know. It destroys that and hits a couple of orbs, which it looks like I'll just be able to go hit myself at some point. Alright, so I need to hit this orb to hit that orb. Why would I ever take the invisibility potion back? Why would I ever want that back? I mean, why would I ever want to be visible again? Oh, is this an orb puzzle problem thing? Oh dear. Okay, every one of these toggles two things. So... Is this solvable? I'm not sure this is solvable. Because Because every possible configuration starts out with an odd number closed, right? Every configuration has an odd number of closed doors. What the heck? This orb, that orb. This orb opens that, which I need to do to get to these queens. Oh well, I needed to somehow break all the trapdoors anyway. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm going about this the wrong way? Okay, so I have to destroy all the trapdoors somehow, first of all. I can't go east through here. Can I? For some reason there was an eye here and it wasn't able to get to me. Oh, okay, that's the opposite problem. So I guess the first thing I should do is go up here and destroy these trapdoors in this area. And why is there a tunnel there? I don't know. Then I can only go west again by hitting the orb and taking the invisibility potion to go back to being visible, which I should do after the 30th turn to minimize queen spawns. Except that back when I thought I hit a checkpoint since then, sorry. But I should have gone west a step to destroy one of these trapdoors. That one there should have been destroyed when I did this thing. I don't know why there are tunnels here. And then hit that. Then that. I still haven't solved the problem of the doors, but at least by doing this much, I can open the way to that. There's just a spider there. Alright, so what's up with these doors? Was I supposed to do something clever with the bomb? Even if the bomb hits 2 orbs at once, that's still the same thing as me hitting one orb and then hitting another. So this one. Am I missing something? Oh, wait a second. I only need to get 4 of them. Okay, so let's see. Which of these does... I want that one. That one. That one. And then I can push this orb, and I don't care about the Mimic Potion, because why would I care about that? The fact that there was a Mimic Potion there confused me into thinking I needed all 5 open to reach either the potion or the orb, although I hadn't really thought through what I would need the Mimic Potion for, even. I mean, I don't even need it to double stab that tar. They might be stuck? I'm not really sure. Hold on. If they did get stuck, then I just needed to attack some trapdoors at a different time. So... Okay, yeah, I just needed to not hit those northern trapdoors earlier. Okay, so first we want to get rid of these guys. Or... Alright, I guess we just want to leave that alone and hit this, whichever of these orbs, that one. You can die. And there. Hooray for learning the order of operations in the room. It's like there are some interesting ideas here, and there's something to it where you have to kind of work out the right order of operations for things. but at the same time the whole room is just this kind of awkward mess. How am I supposed to do this? Do I need to do this way somehow? And then how do I exit? Huh. I don't get it. Those guys started way up there, right? No, they started down here, but I started there. And then... So that's as fast as I can take the invisibility potion. Because I have to deal with the roaches about that far, and then I have to step here. I do, because there's a spider here. I observed this earlier when I was trying to work out what was going on with everything else, but yeah, there's a spider between the red door and the green door, which means I have to drop the trap doors to conquer the room. Huh. So, like, there's a puzzle buried in all the nonsense here, but I don't know what it is. And I can't get a clear view of it because of all the nonsense. Like, why... What's up with this? Why is this? Why is she even there? There's... There's 5 exits to this set of trapdoors. And I have to take this one to hit those. And it seems like my only exit if I go up in here is to take this one. So... Alright, what good would growing the tar do? Well, even if... I mean... The only way to hit that tar... Look at me, I'm invisible. I've already hit the thing. I'd have to come up here and hit this. And then go all the way over there to either get in range of her... Oh, I can grow it exactly once. But even if I do that, there's already roach queens in the way. And there's no way for there to not be roach queens in the way. Because they dash into that space the instant you enter the room. So that can't be relevant. Unless there's a secret entrance that lets you go in from the north, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So, one of these, the trapdoor section of this problem, if I come in this way, if I take either of these trapdoors out as an exit, then the other one has to be taken out as a non-exit. Because otherwise there's no way to do this. I need an even number of trapdoor pathways, and these 3 are all required. Which means I have to have a 4th one and not a 5th one. So this has to be the 5th one because I also have to hit those. But that can't be the 5th one because I also have to come in here to kill these queens, and then... So... I can almost There's just one roach in the way of getting invisibility quickly enough to block the queens. Huh. Am I not facing the right way? Should I try facing this way? That's even slower. What I have to do to make it work is block the queens by growing tar. But to block the queens by growing tar, I have to take the invisibility potion before the queens reach this row. Because there's no way to move them south once they've gone there. But the configuration of roaches here leaves me one turn short of actually accomplishing that. Even trying to take advantage of the fact that the potion blocks the bad guys. Let's see about north. If I have it north, everything is mistimed. And I just wind up getting killed by something. Or delayed too much. Like if they were directly to my west now instead of being 2 steps away, then I could start moving diagonally from this point, but as it stands I have to wait and then start doing some kind of awkward dance that takes up too many turns. The south won't work because there's a guy to the north. And that won't work either. This way? No. Northwest could possibly work. I don't see why not. It came very close to working there. I just don't understand how a puzzle like this got buried inside of everything else. Well, what else do you think I could do with this room? Because everything is set up in such a way that, like, look at the shape of this door. The shape of this door just screams you have to hit that orb to make this spawn. And then my observations about the way the trapdoors work clearly means that you can't use this to escape from here, which means you can't ever go inside this place. And you have to go inside this place to kill the queens in this northmost row. Well, this is much harder than any other part of this hold indicates that it should be, which is very strange, but I'm just gonna give up on it for now because it really seems like there's something to it that I don't understand, maybe? Let's move on. The Consequence by Neil Frederick. Beethro had finally tracked down the mysterious group who forced him to make a strange choice. So this, the choice is canon to this not canon hold? Interesting. The sign above the archway read the Monochromatorium, a name that meant nothing to Beethro. He was more concerned with trying to see what awaited him in the dark room beyond. As he took a few tentative steps beyond the archway, a portcullis rumbled shut, closing off his retreat. As critters scurried near and torches suddenly lit, a hidden voice intoned, "Welcome, Savior. Cleanse the chromatic curse, as has been foretold." I think I'd know if I were the savior of anything. They probably say that to anyone that stumbles in here. Nothing to do but smite my way to some answers. So, hold on. The people responsible for making him do the choice were just those two brains, right? That's what they were. That's what they were trying to settle a bet, right? About which tar stuff is better? How do we want to do this? I probably need to make good use of the Wubbas to get out from under this. Not really my forte. Wubba shielding. There we go. Alright. Here's just a mess here. I don't know how else to describe this. This is a mess. Can I even solve this room from this entrance? I'd say no. There's no way across to the west side. Are the Wubbas welcoming me? Is that who's talking? Talking Wubbas? I can't get there either. I need to be in the same path as there. So that's probably like a separate entrance that I can come to later. Those look like the stairs out of here on that island over there. I wonder how I'll get over there. It won't be easy, it never is. Alright. But what's to the south of that room? I want to know. It's probably more stuff I can't clear now, but I kind of want to see the hold art if nothing else. The map art. It's a big yin-yang symbol in it. Yeah. Oh, this room... No, I can't solve this room from here. There's a queen in the... There's a queen way in the southeast. Okay. Here's some more stuff. Well, that's a weird construction, isn't it? How do you kill those guys? Oh, they're character roaches, I see. Never mind. So I'm guessing that like things like roaches and wraithwings and Wubbas are all monochrome based, and they like their monochrome stuff here. But they don't like the green doors, because that's not monochrome. But they really don't like the tar stuff. Which small area? These stairs? I can't reach these stairs. I'd have to come around through these rooms to get to them. Maybe that's what you saw. I went away from these stairs that I can reach because I was curious about the rest of the map, because I was noticing the map art and wanted to look at it. I know about one north. I decided to go look at the rest of the map because I wanted to. That's different. Beethro couldn't primary the first. Beethro couldn't quite grasp the subtle nuances, but he definitely felt there was a theme of some sort to this next area. Hi, mud. Everywhere mud. Everybody, lots of mud. Brain snake. I hate brain snake. He won't leave me alone. And guard is no more accommodating when it comes to wanting to be left alone. Give me that. So I need to, I don't know, stick the guard somewhere where he can leave me alone, and then push the snake into that place. Or maybe I should just escape everybody's notice for a moment and drop the trapdoors first. It's probably not just mud, it's just red stuff. Red guard, red mud, red snake, red brain. Alright, that's all the trapdoors I can reach from them being over there. I don't think I should kill the guard yet. I probably need his help at the end. Otherwise I would have already killed him if I didn't think that. There we go. That should bring me enough distance to drop the rest. Red trapdoor gate. Okay. Now, I don't need the guard's help, do I? Not if I could push the snake in there where the brain is, but it's a brained snake, so it's not really going to be willing to go in there, as far as I know. Then again, brains are not brain obstacles. Brains are brain invisible obstacles, last I checked. So maybe if I pull the snake way over here somewhere, and then get the brain to draw it over there? I don't know. That's probably not it. No, I have to kill the brain and then get this guy to help me. So, do guards smell you when you're invisible? Because supposedly it's an invisibility potion and monsters can find you because they can smell you, but guards are just other humans. So does Beethro just smell that much that guards can notice him anyway? This is probably not supposed to be this hard. Either it's much easier than I think it is to push a snake into the place with the brain, or else I have to, or else there's some really easy place where I can just make the guard dance and push the snake in with him, or something. I don't know which. Like, I can get him to dance there, maybe. Except when he doesn't want to cooperate. There. Now I just need the snake to be in the tile next to him, which I'm not sure I can accomplish. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. There's no way I could pull the snake in here and make him dance at the same time. I probably did something wrong by, I don't know, killing the mud baby perhaps? I don't see how I could avoid killing the mud baby. Although it would be a much easier way to kill the snake. Okay, trapdoor gate is dropped. What do I need to do now? That I don't know. So guards have some sort of communication with the brain. If they didn't, there's no way that they would be able to there's no way they would detect you when a brain detects you. Alright, I'm gonna try killing the guard this time, because I hate him. And then just try pushing this guy while the brain isn't looking at me, straight next to the brain, and see if that works. I mean, you know, sometime after I figure out how to get a snake to go east. Because basically getting a snake to go east is a technique that I learn every time I use it, and not really something I find generally... not really any... I don't really know any general way to just make a snake go east. It just never seems to work out for me. There. Dead snake, dead brain. Hurrah! Cleanse the taint, savior. Huh? What are you talking about? Okay. More snakes, because of course it is. Are they brained? Yes, of course they are. But they'll still probably bonk into each other if I give them enough time. Ugh. I hate brain snakes. Especially in tight, tiny corridors like this. They're just unnecessary. This many of them, even? Okay. Let's drop these trapdoors. I didn't block off my own exit at all. I guess I shouldn't do that yet. I I do need to drop all the trapdoors eventually, so I might as well start. Do I want to do that here? I don't want to do that here. What's up with this? I guess I need this guy in here, and then I drop trapdoors in a certain way. I drop that trapdoor. Thankfully, going into this area unbrained the snakes and allowed them to tangle up in each other. And then I guess I can leave the last one in here by dropping another trapdoor, so he'll die when the gate opens. Well, after the gate opens, at least. Oh, wait. That won't work. Well, where do I need to put him instead? Did I need to push somebody in there? I can't push a snake in somewhere without... Alright, I know what to do. First, do this again. And this will have the snakes kill each other the same way as before, probably. Okay. Takes care of that. And I need both of you to come over here. Okay, that guy is just not cooperating. Just need you in here. And then come this way. Run into each other, please. There we go. Now there's just one snake. And he can follow me across this trapdoor. And now I can kill him after the gates dropped. Where's the other... Oh, there's another trapdoor way up there, I guess. Didn't even notice that this little alcove was here, but it would have been a nightmare to try and put snakes in there while they were brained, so it would have been pointless to notice it anyway. Okay. Next. Guards. All of the guards. Nothing but guards. There's Mud Mother here too. I don't think I need to particularly worry about the Mud Mother. Just the guards. This is more what I expect maybe from a Journey to Rooted Hold. Let's throw a pile of guards at the player. Because a pile of guards is a really tough challenge that nobody knows how to defeat. Well, I can't really go that way, so I don't know why that exists. I guess if I let the mother... What is this all about? Alright, I guess that one guard up there may be useful for something. Namely, I have to pull him all the way over here and persuade him to cut some stuff for me. But first, I should probably get rid of all the mud I possibly can on my own. Okay, come this way, please. And south. South. All the way around here, just to pull him south a couple of tiles. And then back to the north. And I guess I have to clear that out again. I need him to turn his sword, like, seriously, turn your sword, stupid. Turn your sword, thank you. Okay, now I need him to come over here, not there. I need him to go back to the south and to the east. I guess I could just try to have him kill the queen himself. Mother, not queen, I know. I'd really like it if he wouldn't stick himself in that hole. It'd be super nice. I guess I should wait on the next spawn and then push him along. She's just gonna... There's no way to get back over there within 30 turns. So I have to do something different. I don't know what. I guess just try to push him east from here. Then, no, that doesn't work either. He has to go west. There's no other option. I don't see any way restarting could possibly help. There's only one guy in that box. So there's no way to use the other guys that aren't in that box to do anything about the problem. Whatever, I refuse to do this room, just in general. This is going to be the last level of this hold I play today. Okay, kill all the brains and drop all the trapdoors and blah blah blah. I guess it doesn't matter if I kill the brains or not, as long as I drop all the trapdoors. Oh, hold on. Yeah, sorry, it didn't occur to me that I could actually go in and out of that. Okay, you just squash yourself to a much smaller size, so I don't have to worry about you as much. That'll be much better. Yes, you start with a large snake, and that's a problem, but then if you give the player a way to turn that large problem into a small problem, and they use it very quickly, then the whole rest of the room is just kind of irrelevant, because the large problem isn't there anymore. I was thinking in terms of the last couple of rooms that had snakes and brains, where the brain was kind of after the goal, in some sense. Like you had to drop all the trapdoors or whatever. So I had like the psychology the idea in my head of those rooms where killing the brain is the last thing you're allowed to do. So even though there was nothing enforcing killing the brain last, for some reason that registered in my head as what I had to do. Alright, Snake, come this way, please. Please come this way. Thank you. Don't go that way, come this way. Snakes are really bad at following B-throw. Even when brained compared to other brain monsters, they're really bad at following B-throw. Just in general. Okay, sure, that makes sense. Whatever just happened there. I'm sure it makes perfect sense to anyone who understands snakes. More guards. Do I need the guards? I better not need the guards. I probably have to use the guards, or maybe I can just use mud babies. Is this room brains? This room has no brains. Oh, goodness sakes. No, I need you to... Alright, let's try using the guards instead. Face the right direction first of all. But how did I do this before? I wasn't really paying attention, but... There we go, one down. Now he should be perfectly capable of killing that snake for me. Good. And then... I don't know, am I supposed to be able to push or pull him into that other snake pit? Because I don't see how. I guess if I let the mud just keep growing forever, then mud babies will probably wind up everywhere I wish they were. There we go. Oh, for goodness sakes. Why is that a thing in this room along with everything else that's overly complicated about it? There's no reason for that to also be a thing I have to worry about. Whatever, I don't think I need the mother to be alive to do what I need to do in this room, so I'm gonna not leave her alive. Give me a baby. And let's pull it in there. And then maybe I can pull it another tile or two south. Kill that one. Kill the mud baby. Okay. Next. I don't think that's it. Something more like this. No. Two of them then? Okay, three of them then? Well, I know how to make three of them. I just need a square blob. Stab it once. Run away. That's three babies. Why are they never ever going west? Ever. It doesn't make any sense to me. They should go west in at least one of these instances, because there's too many of them in the way. There's no way to get 5 without just dying. I can get 4. Sort of. Can almost get 4. There we go, that's 4. 4 refuses to work, does it? It does. 4 refuses to work, so... I can't just get 5 because one of them will kill me. There. That'll give me 5. Maybe. Well, it'll give me 5 if I can survive getting out of here. Which doesn't seem to be all that reasonable a request, apparently. Cut the other direction. I don't see a way to get more than 4 of them to follow me. Without just dying. There. Ish. Maybe not. No. Well, I've spent enough time on this hold. I've had enough of snakes and guards and everything else like that. Ugh. Let's just move on. Conspiracy by Neither Two. The adventure of our Delver after his previous job in the Slayers Academy moves its feet beyond the palace. Beethro Budkin is a professional swordsman, but will he be able to overcome a 10 years plot? I did get to the second level. That's what level I was on, the second one. Introduction cutscene. Once upon a time, there was a swordsman called Beethro Budkin. That's not his occupation. He's a smite master. He was endowed with wits and bravery, as well as naivety and hilarity acquainted with smite mastering. He was neither ingenious nor flawless. But using his tough, really big sword, he overcame many obstacles and completed strenuous tasks. When fierce and skillful slayers tried to extinguish him and take control of his country, he opposed them vigorously and defeated them all. I beat the first level. That's my story. However, after he had blown up their academy, I guess I shouldn't have hit that fuse. Why was there a real world, like, alarm sound? That was really close, supposedly. Where even is the fuse that's supposedly burning here? It was a cute idea to corrupt those gatekeepers. Corrupt? The way back to Dugandi was still far, far away. Okay. Apparently really slow, too. I guess he got a limp while he was busy doing whatever he was doing. Fluvial Chambers, the entrance. Is this a sequel to something? I don't know. It seems like it's trying to actually refer to events in Journey to Rooted Hold. Not Journey, no, TCB. It seems like it's referring to events in TCB, but that was absolutely nothing like the Slayer school that he destroyed before, so... Oh, okay. Slayer's End. I played that, so we're good. Look, it's builders, for some reason. well, what do I need to do here? Just destroy all the trapdoors? Okay, it seems like I need to destroy those bombs too, somehow. So, do I just wait for them to build everything and they'll get rid of the bombs? No? Why does it look like they're... Okay, they're not building... Is this just a citizen puzzle where you have to manipulate what they want to build? Because that's not a pleasant puzzle type at all. I can't stand that kind of puzzle type, honestly. Mostly because of the same reasons as everyone else. Oh dear. So, what am I supposed to be able to do about this? There's two guys trying to build trapdoors on bombs simultaneously. I kind of worked that out, but then what am I supposed to be able to do about it? Because there's right away, there's two guys trying to build trapdoors on top of bombs simultaneously. And there's not really any way to prevent that. Like, there's this guy and there's that guy, and there's no way to prevent at least one of them from pushing something onto a bomb. So we're gonna try a different hold. We're gonna try a different room, sorry. We're not ready to quit this hold yet, but... Let's just see what's to the east. More builders, because of course, you can't just have one room with builders, you have to have two. What is even going on here? Okay. Oh, there's a clone. Why is there a clone? They really dislike not going the way you want them to go. What is my goal here, even? I guess I need to start doing this. This is really strange. Why do I... What? I don't understand. What is the point of all that? I mean, it doesn't really matter. There's still no way to keep the goblins or the Onklitch from going... Oh, that's a red door. Okay. I feel like I'm cheesing it doing it this, but maybe you're supposed to cheese it? I don't know. I don't understand anything about the design philosophy of this hole. Let's plunk down a bunch of builders, because builder puzzles are fun, right? I still can't keep the door closed long enough for it to matter. I'd have to get way over here with the door still closed. Or something. Do I even need the door to be closed? They sure do like just continually turning. Yeah, okay, I can just do that without caring about the doors at all. But then the goblins are completely different, and I have to close the doors to keep them out. And I don't know how to do that. They build the trapdoors too fast for that to be any use whatsoever in keeping the monster from trapping itself. What exactly am I supposed to be able to do here? Like, yeah, I can go way up in here, but it doesn't really help at all that I can do that. I can keep one guy from being a jerk, but then the other guy will always go the wrong way. And it's not really... there's not really a way to, I guess I can do that. Hooray. So I can kill all but one of the monsters in this room. And the last one, I don't see any way to actually kill it. Could the Yonplich somehow figure into how I'm supposed to deal with the goblins? Because that doesn't seem possible, even. I mean, the Yonplich can't exactly drop trapdoors or anything like that. Maybe if there were constructs, I'd be suspicious of something. And like a stick to push a construct somewhere, like block the way by pushing him across here or something. Otherwise, I don't really see how this is supposed to be possible. They just rebuild these things way too fast. This is the best I can do, and I have no idea how I'm supposed to be able to improve it. Is there anything to the north? Who would build a house on like a tiny island like this to store their crate and like trash can thing and 2 couches, 2 chairs? I don't see any builders in this room. Maybe this one is doable. And I've come to dislike something when I'm saying maybe snakes are doable by comparison. What is all this mess? Why do I need a mimic? Where do I want the mimic to go? I guess I need to hit that. Up here somewhere? Over here? What's this do? This toggles that. Which I guess I need to toggle at some point? I don't understand why. What? have no idea. This is really convoluted. Like, remarkably convoluted. Hey, what? 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 I can do that. That's good, I assume. Why is it... What is all this? Does it matter? Does it matter if I'm armed or not? Do I need the Mimic's help with something? These are not questions I'm prepared to answer. Is that just a really convoluted enforcement mechanism for something else in the puzzle? Maybe. What does this orb do? Do I care if this orb gets hit? I guess so. I'm not going to be able to finish this room. I'm supposed to somehow keep the Mimic alive while doing everything else, I guess. Alive and not in... alive in this tiny area with like 17 hot tiles, and don't dare let him leave it. Ugh. And also, sometimes he disarms Beethro because he wants to. Although I guess that doesn't really matter, because they're snakes anyway, so... No, Consequence was pretty bad. Alright? It had a lot of things that I just don't approve of in general. It was pretty bad. But this is different from that, really. No, that's weird. Oh, I see. I must have... Okay. So I can kill all but... one of the snakes just by doing this thing. I don't know what to do about the last snake that I can't just do this with. It had really, really unpleasant rooms. Just in that level. Just in the mud, just in the red stuff level alone. It had really, like, markedly unpleasant rooms. And maybe it has something to make up for that, but I don't know. Why is that a pit trapdoor instead of a water trapdoor? In a place where a water trapdoor would obviously make more sense? Those kinds of things really bug me. Is this before water trapdoors were invented, or what? I don't see any way to get back to the south at all. Without losing the Mimic or something. At least I can do this, I guess. Now, how am I supposed to kill the last snake? Oh, obviously, right? I could... I noticed that there are no ortho squares here, but that doesn't really help. I don't get this room either, but I beat all but one of the monsters, which is going to be my standard for definitely cleared the room in this hold, based on how completely ridiculous everything in it appears to be. So let's see what's to the east. I am invisible, and then I'm not. Okay, that seems pointless, but okay. Would you kindly not? Or do I care if you do that? What do these do? Why do I care if they do that? What good is the briar to me? I don't understand what any of the point of any of this is. Do I need to kill him? Do I need to bring him somewhere? What are these about? These do the same thing as that. There's a mirror here for some reason. That's just floor. What do I need the Roach Queen for? Why is there a rock golem? None of this makes any sense. Well, that's just great. How am I supposed to kill anything without... if I'm just disarmed from the moment I do that? Like, what? What is all this? Why is all this? How? That room is just complete nonsense. I don't get it. Like, it's okay to have a room where it's obvious what you need to do, but it's really hard to work out how. I'm not of the opinion that it's okay to have a room where it's just impossible to work out what the point of the room even is in the first place. And that seems to be what this architect just specializes in. I'm gonna say probably one more hold to test. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit of this and then that will be it. At most 20 minutes probably, so that'll be a 2 hours total stream. I'm actually really glad that I haven't seen the kilobytes per second dropping to 0 randomly and getting 1,000 disconnect reports from the thing. So hopefully that'll hold out the rest of today, and then I'll be in a different place with different internet, and we'll see whether it works or not. Contest level. Oh, I forgot to read. I forgot to do something. Contest hold by Claythrobudkin. Discover the secret word and post it to the board as soon as you can. Follow it up by uploading victory demos within 15 minutes to win. Okay, so this hold was created for a contest, but it's not an architecture contest, it's a beat this hold contest. That's an interesting thing. We haven't done any any kind of beat this hold contests, as far as I know, in a very long time. I mean, if you don't count the Make It More Challenging contest, which is really not about beating the hold, but about making a challenge. Anyway, contest description. You forgot to write the contest description here where it says contest description. You just put in the placeholder and left it alone. Okay. Here's a bunch of brained roaches. Have fun. It's just a standard brained horde. It doesn't require that much effort because you have this huge room to retreat into. Maybe it does, I don't know. So does the secret, if anyone knows, is the secret word hiding behind the blue door, or is it like just pretending to be something like that when actually the secret word is somewhere else? Or is it like the letters of the word are, you see them when you beat below the rooms or something? I don't know. There's just all kinds of ways based on the description of the hold that I could imagine this working. Oh, I can't go anywhere from this room until I beat it, I guess. Maybe this corridor will give me better luck somehow. You basically just hope you're lucky with this kind of horde room. Yeah, no, my luck seems absolutely horrendous going through this place. Going for this orb. There's not really enough room to do the brain crowd dance, so let's try this orb again. I mean, I can get a pretty long combo just standing in place if I do that. It's just that after a while they still chase me through the narrow place and into this hall into this bigger room where there's not really any way to manage them. Contest. Beat the Room of Humility. Post your victory demo to me. Yeah, that wouldn't go over too well, I don't think. Or like, here's a very slightly modified version of the Room of Humility. Whatever its real solution is supposed to be doesn't work anymore. Which I don't even know what the real solution looks like because, you know, I haven't tried it. Not really. But, yeah, give me a victory demo of the thing. You can something, I don't know. This is probably just a room of having ridiculously good strategy and then you beat it. But I don't really have ridiculously good strategy, I just kind of have to rely on picking the right thing by accident. This is not going to wind up being a very interesting hold, I don't think. Let me know when you're on. I don't know, is there really any point to continuing this? It's just an awful giant... It's just kind of this really awkward, awful horde room, and I can't guarantee that there's any reason to look into the other rooms either. From what I can remember of other things that are supposed to have been made by Claythrow, I don't really remember actually. I seem to recall some things in the static, whatever it's called, contest thing that were made by him and didn't seem all that interesting either. Maybe I'm thinking of a different throw though. Wow. Has anyone even left from the time when it was cool to call yourself something throw? Like left on the forums or such? I'm probably doing worse than I was before. I'm not feeling this too much. Maybe I'll try it again later, but it doesn't seem like that compelling of a room, and that's the only room I can reach right now. It's a King Dugan's Dungeon based hold. Maybe I'll just skip this one. So, that's enough for today, probably. Today we did Confusing Puzzles Building, which was a bunch of pleasant, though not terribly hard rooms. Conquest of Paradise, which I did some of. It was, it had some of that general kind of Journey to Rooted Hold awkwardness, but it also had some kind of really tough room I'm not sure how to finish. We did some of The Consequence, which has way too many snakes, guards, and bad mud puzzles. We did Conspiracy, which is a conspiracy to be hard, I guess, and Contest Hold, which I just can't seem to get past the first room in. Not because it's a great puzzle, but because when you put enough roaches down and give them brains, you can basically make something hard without really trying all that hard to do so. I wonder if this hold is, what this hold's edit status is. Oh, I can't really get to it from here. Well, anyway, this has been the 23rd stream, so I'm not planning to be back next week because I'll be moving then, but then the week after that, probably gonna stream. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll be a little more competent next week or not run into as ridiculous of rooms or holds.